Hey everyone, hope you're well and welcome to The Loft. Now today I'm not going to be going over the stock news, and the main reason for this isn't because I nearly cut my hand off again, but more to do with the fact that you guys don't seem to like stock news wrapped up with the portfolio update. So going forward, Tuesdays are going to be dedicated to weekly portfolio updates, and potentially in the future I might bring back stock news, potentially probably on a Thursday I would imagine, but if you are interested in that, let me know down in the comments below. So today we're going to go over the general health of my portfolio, what's changed from week to week, and do stick around to the end where I touch on what we're doing for the giveaway. I've now got it all planned. All the details will be featured at the end of this video. So diving straight into the portfolio and having a look at the changes over the last week. As normal, we're going to be starting with the overall value change, the return change, and a quick comparison to the Vanguard VOO ETF. So as of last week, my portfolio value sat at a value of £2,764. with a return of £325, which is 13.32% in return. There were some ups and downs throughout the week. The portfolio went down to as low as 12.5% return before going back up and ending the week at a total value of £2,823 with an increased return of 13.62%, so around £338 in total. If we compare this to the VOO Vanguard ETF, we can see that also had a bit of an increase, and it went up by around 0.14% as an overall increase for the value of the ETF, or the price that we would be paying for the ETF, which, if we compare to my portfolio, was roughly half what my portfolio achieved, with a growth of around 0.30%. I want to highlight that, as far as I'm aware, this isn't one of the best ways of actually comparing my portfolio changes to the Vanguard ETF changes, and the main reason for this is that partially the way that Trading 212 record their profit and losses on the account. And one reason for this, and as my example, would be that Trading 212 don't take account of any sold shares and the benefits from them. So if I was to sell one of my companies that has a 99% return on its initial value, that would then be taken out of the average return on the overall portfolio value, which technically is incorrect because the portfolio itself has still seen the benefit of those gains. But because the company wouldn't be in the list of companies, it wouldn't get registered on their profit and loss. This is something that I think Trading 212 could potentially improve on, but this is what I'm working with at the moment. I am looking at potentially working out a way of doing this manually, but I haven't got there yet. So currently, this is the best that we've got on a case of comparing it basis to basis. Generally, I don't sell a lot of shares, and if I do, I sell a percentage of my shares rather than all of them, so hopefully the returns will stay relatively consistent. However, I just want to highlight that this, as I said, isn't potentially the best way of doing it. But moving over from that, let's have a look at the purchases over the last week. Last week, I did manage to pick up 2 more shares of AT&T for a total spend of £45.01. This brings my total position to 4 shares of AT&T with a return of 1.1%. Though this is due to the creeping devaluation of the dollar over time. If we actually look at the breakdown of the stock's returns itself, we can see that AT&T has returned a total of 2.5% since I originally purchased it, but we have lost 1.5% due to the FX differences. If we jump over to a comparison chart, we can see that the US dollar has been generally getting cheaper and cheaper compared to the pound over time, and is currently around the price of, for every pound that we convert into US dollars, we're getting around $1.40 back. This means that currently I am able to buy more US company stocks for less money, but I am losing in return on the companies that I've already bought due to the value decrease of the dollar. My hope is that over the next 3 to 4 to 5 years, the dollar may start to pick back up and go back to where it was, at which point I will get the boosted returns of buying in at the reduced foreign exchange rate. But I can't guarantee that, that's more of just a hope. The average exchange rate over the last 5 years has been 0.76, with the current exchange rate being 0.71. And I'm hoping as time goes on, this may potentially drop a little bit more, but will then start to go back up and be more around its average over the last 5 years. But I will still get the benefit of picking up more shares while the rate is still quite low. Now, let's jump into the slightly more interesting topic of dividends. And last week, I made a total of 66p across 3 companies paying out. And the first one came in on the 26th from Simon Property with a payment of 16p for holding 0.2 of a share. Then we had a payment from Comcast on the 30th with a total 8 pennies, and that was for me holding half a share. And then finally, along with them, we also had Cisco, who sent across a total of 45p for the 2 full shares that I hold. If we jump over to the accumulative value of all the dividends from these companies particularly, we can see that for Cisco, I have had a total of £1.18 paid across for a total spend of £61. For Comcast, we have a total dividend return of 31p for a total spend of £15. And then for Simon Property Group, we've got a total payout of 66p for an overall spend of £9.72p. But if you want to see a bit more on my overall and best returning companies in form of dividends, I would suggest making sure you're subscribed and checking out next week's video, where I'm going to go over my yearly review of everything that's happened in my portfolio over the last year. So make sure you're subscribed, and if there's anything you do want to see in particular, do make sure to comment it down below and I'll make sure that I include that if possible. Now, moving over to the very long overdue giveaway. Because we smashed through the target of 50 subscribers, thank you ever so much to everyone subscribed and everyone that watches these videos. And if you're not subscribed, feel free to consider doing that now. I would greatly appreciate it. But to show my appreciation to everyone that is subscribed, and for everyone that watches and always comments and always likes the videos, I do want to show my appreciation in the form of this giveaway. And by doing this, we will be using Instagram. So if you don't have an Instagram, potentially consider setting one up or stealing a friend or a relative's phone just to use their phone for the Instagram. But let's move on to the rules. So the giveaway will be running through the whole of May itself, and it's relatively simple how to enter. First, you have to make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. And then second of all, what you have to do is hit the like button on the video itself, take a screenshot of that, and then send it to this hashtag on Instagram. What will happen is I will tot up all of those. You can enter multiple times in the sense of every different video I do through May, and it will only count on the videos that were released in May. So if I do 4 videos over the next 2 weeks, for example, and you make sure that you're subscribed, hit the like button and screenshot each of those 4 videos, you will get 4 names in the hat, and then that gives you obviously more chance of winning. That is essentially it. What you want to do is just make sure you take the screenshot, send it across to that Instagram hashtag. It is currently unused. I will then reach out to whoever the winner is when I pull them out of the hat and arrange the gifts and the shippings and the thank yous and everything like that. In regards to prizes, I am going to be sending out a £20 voucher for first place, and then the 2 runners-up, so second and third place, will be getting a £10 voucher, all of which will be for Amazon. And depending where you are in the world, I can arrange sending it out or getting a code to you, but I'll work that out directly with you once you've entered and won. I will say that these aren't going to be accumulative, so if your name comes out first, second and third, you unfortunately won't get £40 worth of vouchers. I'll just keep going until I've got another name, because I feel that we want to get most people getting the benefit from this as possible. However, obviously, the more names that you have in the hat, the more likely you are to come first and get the £20 voucher. The reason that I've settled with an Amazon voucher or something similar is because that way it's something that you can actually go and use and buy something that you want for yourself, rather than me artificially making a decision that you would like a particular hat or something like that. So do remember to get yourself an Instagram set up. You can start doing that from this video, so feel free to make sure that you've smashed the like button and take a screenshot now, and hopefully I'll see you over on Instagram. But till the next video, remember to invest, save and subscribe.